I'll start out with this. This is a D15Z7 out of the white 91 CRX HF, and this is where the oil filter goes. And this, I believe, is a 29mm nut. I used a 30mm socket to get it off, and I'll probably end up, unfortunately, maybe using a 30mm socket to put it back on. But this is the engine oil cooler. Runs coolant through here so that it heats up the oil quicker, and it also prevents it from overheating. But it keeps it at a constant temperature of, I don't know, probably 180 degrees, somewhere around there. And there is an O-ring that goes in the back of it. You can see it right there. There's also some numbers right there. N103, number 4033. Don't know the significance of that, but it's kind of nice. So anyway, I was going to buy this O-ring from Majestic Honda, but I forgot. So I ended up buying it off eBay, and it was actually cheaper off eBay, and it's supposed to be Honda OEM, coming in a bag that says never been opened. Just gonna go ahead and set this down here for now. But what I did buy from Majestic Honda, and I just received last night, are the parts I've been waiting on. These are the parts for the rebuilding of the rack. This is the dust seal, and I picked up two just in case they decide to discontinue it. I need to rebuild it again. I'm going to try to save the one that's going to come out of here. I don't anticipate that actually occurring. In the manual it says you're supposed to replace that. They still sell the bushing. I was told that this was discontinued. That is not accurate information. They sell the bearing. I believe this goes on the pinion. And somebody on Honda Tech said that you can get one from Granger that is either identical or close. And I forget what the price was. This is the spring. And this, I believe, is a washer. I forgot even ordering this. I have lifetime limited warranty on the outer and inner tie rods. The inner tie rods are from AutoZone, the outer are from Advanced Auto Parts. The CV axles are lifetime, the motor mounts are lifetime. I just went and ordered those. They should be in by 5 p.m. this afternoon. I may pick them up. I'm going to call up at 5:30 to make sure they have them, or I may just pick them up tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really want to be out on the road at 5 o'clock. So that's going to be for the rack. So I'll show you underneath the energy suspension bushings that I put on there. There is the polyurethane bushing, and those aren't torqued down yet. I haven't been able to find the torque specs, and if I can't, I'm just going to put it snug, and then, you know, maybe an eighth of a turn past that, not much. It wasn't too difficult of a job. The other one is right here. This one also is not torqued down yet. And I think the only thing I don't have is these sway bar bushings, and I'll probably increase the diameter of the sway bar because this one is going to be the smallest because it's the HF. The SI will be bigger, and You don't want to go above a certain size in the front. It starts to cause understeer, I believe. I would like to have at least the size of an SI, or maybe a little bit bigger based upon other proven formulas of success for racing or mild racing, because this is mostly just a street car. I'm not going to be racing this thing, but I would like to have the best performance in, you know, maneuvers that I'm going to have to avoid collisions or something on the road. I want to be able to power myself out of a situation if at all possible. That speedometer cable doesn't look so healthy up there. It looks like it's popped out. Now there's a new bolt, because I think I lost the other bolt, unfortunately. So I'm going to be pulling this rack out, and I may end up getting bushings for this, but I don't think so. These things look fine. So, and then there's obviously bushings here already. So these bellows are going to have to be replaced. They were replaced just 3 years ago and they're already shot. That's going to be energy suspension polyurethane, along with all the mounts here with these bolts. Those are going to have it as well. And going to have to take this thing out. So all of this will be coming out. And I can't remember exactly what I need to take off in order to drop that. I'll find out if it's the exhaust. And, hopefully I don't have to remove the transmission, or not the transmission linkage. So now I'll show you the clutch that just came in. Here is a flywheel, and this is just a standard flywheel. I guess Zoom makes these, sort of. I actually have a Zoom aluminum 7-pound flywheel in that engine with a brand new clutch, and I've never started that engine. That's a JDM. It's a D15B, but it's the equivalent of the 92 to 95 D15Z1 out of a VX Civic. And this I have not opened yet. But just having a flywheel resurfaced is probably better than this. I don't know. I think they're not made with as good a steel as they once were, but could be wrong about that. So this is a stage 3 clutch that I purchased off of eBay, and I should have known better. I think it was $80 free shipping. You know, what concerns me about this is the amount. I guess I didn't open this, but you can see between the rivet, and maybe you can't because it's freaking, well, there goes the flash because it's too hot, so that may help me. There is not much space between the friction material and then the rivet. I thought they said this was made out of Kevlar, but for the price, I doubt it. I suspect this is just, you know, cheap junk. For $80 you get the pressure plate, the throwout bearing. There's the pilot bearing. Well, hell, maybe you don't get the throwout bearing. I thought you did. Oh no, you do. Throwout bearing's right there next to it. So throwout bearing, alignment tool, pilot bearing, clutch, and pressure plate. Here is just the OEM replacement clutch. And you can see just how much deeper before you hit those rivets. That's a lot of clutch material that could last you, oh, I don't know, 100,000 if you drive horribly, 200,000 if you drive exceptionally, maybe you get more. But alignment tool, throwout bearing, same quality for all this stuff. And pilot bearing, obviously, and same exact pressure plate. It's not painted blue, and you're never going to see it because it's covered in the engine. Nobody's going to know it's blue, you know. So, but same fingers, same everything, you know. And somehow this is a stage 3. I'm not buying it. Not buying it at all. So in conclusion, I think that this here is going to go in the 96 EX. And you just can't really get a good idea without opening this, and I don't really want to open it just yet. You know what? I do. Well, I'm glad I opened it because this damn thing is damaged. So that's going to have to go back. Great. But you can see just how little of material there is. I mean, that's got to be like 2 millimeters, if that. I don't know, 1.5. I'm not good by judging by the eye. But this here is garbage. Stage 3 competition, my you know what. So that's gonna go back, and I'll get something else in its place.